Hello all, this is Zane Blakestone, streamer extraordinaire, living the Livonia life. And today, I'm heading to the northwest of the Livonia map and try and get settled for a base. So what I'm gonna do today is basically try and get the last parts I need to build, which is pliers, nails, and well, that's pretty much that. I need. Oh, and of course, no, I have this already. Yeah, so I need pliers. I need pliers and nails. So that's gonna allow me to build a gate, and for now that's all I would need. There's this nice place in the northwest of the map where me and a good friend of mine will get settled, and right now that's all I'm looking for is a pair of pliers and a box of nails. As soon as I get that, I'm able to build a base, and it's gonna help a great deal in getting settled on this PvE server. Because yeah, servers PvE, it's pretty chill actually. And we've been on Chernarus for a long while, and now we wanted to, since it's a summer here, we wanted to be in more of a summerish setting. Which is why we decided to migrate to Livonia for the next, the upcoming future. And now this is my second session. At first I just got some weapons and different very basic things to start my adventure. And now, yeah, I'm looking for the last few building materials that I need. I really wish I can find that soon enough, because that would allow me to build my base and already you get started with how could I say, get started with finding things and getting settled and building storage units, building some walls, and overall getting settled. So and the beginning of the game was plentiful enough for me. I've got I think I must be at around 30 or 35 rounds for my BK-133, so my pump action shotgun, which is gonna fire a lot of ammo. And now I'm in Brenna, which is sort of a north central on Livonia. There's some chips I'm gonna eat right now. And obviously I don't have like a mountain backpack or anything of the sort right now, so I'm a little... Oh, right in front. Crap. Gonna jump on something and get rid of those two. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. How about if I jump on this? Yeah, I got hit unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. Oh wow. I just decided to hit violently without looking. I have to repair my knife, but fortunately enough, I had found a sharpening stone earlier. One thing that's fun on Livonia is that you don't really have to worry about getting cold. Actually, you have to worry about getting too hot, so you always have to make sure you don't get too hot. So you try and get dressed appropriately for having enough storage, but you try and not get too hot. That's basically the way I do things on Livonia, especially since update 127, which changed the dynamics a lot. Gonna make some armbands for later. For black is the color that we like, my bud and I. So I still have room for pliers and nails. I saw a leather sewing kit right there, so I'm gonna misuse it to repair my shoes. I'm not gonna keep it because I don't have the room. There you go. Alright, so I'll have to be on my way and hopefully find what I'm missing. Okay. Of course, I have to make sure I look at every shed, like in all the johns, because usually that's where you find the nails. Oh, hey. Speaking of which, just found the nails in the johns. And now I only have to find pliers. As I said, short term I only need one gate. And my base is gonna be very, very remote. Like, this is a PvE, so some people could believe that I'd like to go to somewhere where like good loot is because I'm not gonna get threatened by other players, blah blah blah. But I'll be honest with you guys, I want to be in peace. And when you live remote on servers like this, what's fun is the loot around where you live, it's yours basically, because you're never gonna have to worry about other people coming in before you do. And so the loot that you have close to your home, it's always there. So that's an incentive for me, because like I'm not 20 years old anymore, and I don't have all the time in the world to play sometimes. So being anxious to get on, and like can't wait to get some good loot, can't wait to improve on your predicament, and then like you loot a village and there's nothing because someone's been there before. It's part of the game, of course, but sometimes it's fun to have some guarantees when you play this game. Which is why, for one, I like living maybe a little further away from where the action is. Now for this update, and before next swipe happens, it's probably going to be a few months. And I'm going to be on a PV Livonia server, this one, with my good old buddy Alex, that I've been playing with since the beginning. And afterwards, I will be also on another server that's an English server, which is a high populated server most of the time. And it's pretty much an official rules server except for raid weekends. But for the rest, it's pretty much free for all. And there's also another server called Purgatory, which have access to all the DayZ maps. So you can also go on that one, and it's one of them servers that you get looted very fast, and you can get on PvP fights. because I've been playing this game for 2,200 hours. So as for the mechanics and the survival, I'm pretty good, but I'm still not super sharp when it's time to PvP. So I need to improve on it. And while PvP servers are fun, you know, those Call of Duty server types, they're not representative of like a real gunfight that you're gonna get in any sort of in-game action. So that's why I'd rather be on a server that plays a little more official DayZ-ish, and then have to cover my ass, you know, watch for other players, get settled, because that's the nature of the game. Just pliers now. So if I don't find pliers in Brenna, I'm gonna be heading to Luco, probably Lukau or Lukov, however it's called. Hoping to get a pair of pliers there, and hopefully I'm able to build my base today. I miss Livonia a lot. Chernerus is by far the easiest of the 3 maps, and I was missing the challenge. Albeit not a big challenge, because when you know what to do, like, there's always ways to survive in this game. But still, Livonia is a little more challenging than Chernerus, just because fruit trees, first of all, the fruit trees do not provide any food. So basically, you don't have access to food as easily as on Chernerus. So that's one thing. Another thing you always have to think about when playing Livonia and Sakal also is that even the water does not come as easily as on Chernerus. Not that it's necessarily hard, like when you know your spots, kind of like on Sakal. On Sakal, when you know your spots, it's still relatively easy to get by and drink, but it's a little more complicated. So if you're 100% used to Chernerus, then it might be a little less easy for you to get around on this map. Gonna fill my cooking pot. Which is gonna provide me with a lot to drink. So my goal is basically to get the pliers that I'm missing, and then head northwest and get my base built. Short term, all I really want is more rags. There it is. So I can make one last robe, because I'm obviously going to need a tent kit when the time comes to build. So, alright. So I can make that last rope for myself. There you go. So now there's a police station up there. But there's also a few houses here. And maybe sheds that may provide me with the pliers I'm looking for. So I'm gonna be looking through the piano house because I feel what I could find there is not necessary for me. Oh wow, a flag. Wow, that's awesome. So all I need is the pliers. As soon as I've got the pliers, I have everything I need. Well, of course, I'm gonna need a pickaxe and a pickaxe and or a sledgehammer eventually, but one thing at a time. I think the fact I just found the flag to begin with is very positive. Oh, repeater carbine. It's gonna be more ammo for my Derringer. There you go. I have to admit, I'm starting to get a lot of ammo for most of my weapons. Tier 1 weapons, mind you, but still. So yeah, this road is kind of long, and I'm gonna be able to go on the other side after and try and get the police station, but I really need to be looking at everything I can in order to find those elusive pliers. The pliers is I would say usually the single item I have the hardest time finding. Although, like, you know, this is DayZ, so sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. So I'll see about that. Like, there's a shed here and a barn behind. I'm gonna go there. Then there's a yellow house right there. I'm gonna go take a look at that right after. Just try to make sure I cannot get lucky. No. So on this playthrough, well, this character at least, for the time that he's gonna live, his name is Pavel Popov. He's the sort of blonde young guy, and he used to be part of the Sitnik police. But now that oh shit, I got surprised big time there. Yeah, when you're well coordinated, getting 2 infected can still be, it's still pretty doable, as you guys just saw. Not super gracious, but I was able to get by. So guys, anyone is listening to this, please write and encourage me to get pliers. I need your support, internet. And also, if you like this content, it would really help me if you liked and or subscribe. The channel is just starting and it's all really simple still. But I'm really looking to grow and have more and more fun doing this with time. And I would be more than happy to have you all be a part of this and create this great community where we feel safe and fine, sharing our common passions together. So don't be shy. Do join. And I'll be there for you guys. That's a promise that I make. I'd really love to live the rest of my days as an entertainer for y'all people to watch. Actually, it's the first time I've ever used the brass knuckles, because I thought, since it was a melee weapon, but like not a blade, I thought it would be weaker. I thought like it'd take 4, 5, 6 shots to get a zombie down, but obviously with just 2 or 3, it gets the job done. So I kind of like the brass knuckles, to be honest. It's a good way to have them fist fights, but with a little more oomph, you know? Another barrel. Finding more and more of these. It's already the 3rd one I stumble upon so far. You know what? As I do with every barrel, still gonna take it out of where it was. Gonna set it here. So people might miss it. That's on the road of the police station. Well, the police station is far that way. It's over there. Oh yeah, okay, I know where I'm going now. There's an old military compound over there. That's near the main road. That's exactly where I'm gonna be getting. Still looking for fires. Of course, I'm probably not gonna find any in the houses, but since I'm still trying to get my footing, I still do need to try and see what's good in houses. Oh. Shit right here. And use the brass knuckles. Alright. That took care of it. Another car battery. I'm very tempted to keep it, but I don't have the room. And shit. I don't know what I'm gonna find in the military compound, but I sure hope I'm gonna be finding something maybe a little more useful for my guns, or I'll see. Time to eat some canned peaches. Alright, so I ate some more. I think I'm good for a good while. So, let's see here if I can be lucky enough to find flyers. Backpack. So there's industrial buildings right here. So maybe I get lucky enough and I find flyers in there. As you can see, there are 2 or 3 of those. So I'm gonna try my luck. Sometimes there's on the tables there. Oh, no. What's that? Flashlight. So as you guys can see, I am finding some stuff in here, just not what I'm looking for. Well, not yet. So there was one. There's another building like that. Still no pliers. That's a shamag. Not using those because they're too warm. In Livonia, it's not necessarily needed. Another shamag here. Also not needed. Okay. I couldn't get lucky with that. Of course, I'm not gonna give up right now. I've got so many places to loot and look at. Oh. How about that saw? It's worn and the one I have is pristine. Oh, okay. Ammo for the Mosin. Sometimes this has scorpions or weak gun equipment in there. Unfortunately, on this case, it was just a raincoat. Oh, what's that? Huh. A smoke bomb. That could have its use. I think I'm gonna be heading to Gleniska if I can't find anything here. Although I'm still wondering if I should be anal and really go for the whole town. Ammo for 45. I don't care for that. Short term. Maybe at some other point I may consider using them. But not now. So what's in there? 939. Also not needed for the time being. Oh. A P1 mag that's gonna provide me with some ammo, a fishing hook. I have a jig for now, so I'm gonna keep that for the time being. More 45 ammo, which I don't need. So I could go back north and get to the police station. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to Gleniska. Still got 2-3 more cities that are accessible right now so that I can get what I'm missing. Oh, by the way, there is no stamina limit on this server, so I can run around and have pretty much all the weight that I want. But when you see me play on the English server later on, that has more of an official setting, so I'm gonna have to be a little more cautious with my stamina. So yeah, trying to head for Gleniska right now. Beautiful sunny day here where I live. And it looks like right now is the same in Livonia, and I can actually feel the ambiance of like a warm day through my own warm day here. So maybe I'll see police cars on the road. I don't know. All I know is that by getting to Gleniska, I'll be significantly closer to where I want to get. But eventually, as I said, if Gleniska is no good for me, I'm gonna have to go to Luco. And maybe that's where I get to find the last piece of my base building puzzle. Living the Livonia life. So in the distance, I see some houses. Gleniska was 2 kilometers away, which is still somewhat of a run, but maybe it was closer than I thought, because here it is. Gleniska. Gonna try and see if I can make my way around. And of course, I really wish I get to find empires. Another smoke bomb. Sometimes it's good if you want to distract zombies, infected, however you call them. So this industrial setting is worth checking out, especially that first thing I got out of there is vitamins, which is never bad to have. Yeah, big industrial area right here. Oh, cereals. All right, that's gonna be a snack for me. I'm just gonna get up that truck. Gonna eat that. I'm going to assess. Oh, can you see the zombie over there? There's another shed there. There would seem to be a piano house here. And a big barn right there. Could I be lucky enough to find fires in here? I'm not too positive about that. Oh. Well, I did find more ammo to shoot the Derringer though. I have this Glock on me. That's pretty much what I want to use as a dispatcher gun. So soon enough, probably gonna get elevation somewhere and get rid of them unwanted infected that are around. I think I had seen a zombie here originally. Oh, there she is. So let's come and see. Radiator. I could already have a battery and a radiator on me if I was not that busy trying to find stuff to build a base. But you know what? I don't really mind Because a base is basically always a priority. Because if you have a car and no base, well, you have no place to park, no place to secure. So a base, you always need a base first. I think I'll be able to get this one with the Mark II. No? Shit. But I'm gonna use that dispatcher gun of mine and get rid of more of them. Of course, that's gonna attract some, but I don't mind. At least I get to loot the environs without having to worry about any possible threat. There's more. All right. Let's reload that mag. So we're ready to take out some more if we need any. I'm still glad I got the 9x19. Short term, it's gonna help a great deal. You know, it's gonna help a great deal also, just equipping those mini sights to the Glock for the time being. What? Oh, I equipped it back on the BK. Jesus Christ, people, am I dumb or what? All I want is to equip the thing on the fucking gun, people. There it is. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, still looking for the pliers. Hopefully I get to find it. In Gleniska. A gun cleaning kit, but I have one already, so I'm not gonna keep it. A P1. A hunter vest instead of the ballistic vest. Hunter vest is low insulation and the ballistic vest is high insulation. You know what? This is Livonia, so there you go with the hunter vest. A shovel, but I have a farming hoe already. Gas canister. Ever found pliers in the car? I did. So I could get lucky and find pliers there. Now I'm following the main road, but eventually I think there's going to be more to see up north. So I guess I'll see that at some point. Sheet metal. Gas canister. Of course, the chance of there being pliers in a house like this are really slim. Unless like someone was around and they dropped a pair of pliers. I've got a splitting axe there, but my shoulder's already taken for the farming hoe. Got rid of her. Another flag I think is better than the one I already have, so what was the condition of those gloves? They're worn. And these are worn as well. You know what? I'd rather have the black ones. Oh, I did not go to... I just forgot that I decided not to go to Brenna's police station finally. I came here already. That's right. For the gloves. Okay. So I'm still heading this way. Heading more towards the center of the city. Oh, I think there's an infected right here. Oh no, it's behind. Oh, there's one. All right. And those knuckles are really doing their job. I like them very much. In the future, when I find brass knuckles, I will not spit on them like I used to. I really didn't think they would be this strong. A dry sack. There's a wall right there. I'm gonna have myself the cooking pot. And you can, even if you get the stomach icon, if you drink all of the cooking pot, you should be fine. And it provides with tremendous hydration. Oh, okay, so this is where it goes up and it goes to Luco. That's another dry sack. Finding so many of those. A sporter mag with 22 ammo in there, which is going to be useful for my good old silenced Mark II. There you go. So there's a shed here. Hopefully that would have provided me with pliers, but it wasn't the case. Oh, that's a rope. Oh. So my stomach is still full from drinking all that water in the cooking pot. So far I found everything with quite a lot of ease, except for the pliers. There's a few houses here. I don't care. I want to see sheds. That's what I want. That's all back road here. That's a shed over there. Okay. So on this back road are a few houses, and if I'm lucky enough, I'll find something good there. Okay. That's the old back road. I thought there was going to be more houses. In a span of 30 seconds, like I stumbled upon 3 ropes. Piece of shit. Why, fuck? Really? At least I had the extra bandage. That sucks. Anyway, this back road was good for nothing. So I guess Luco is my next destination. Wrong button. Like I just wanted to go like this. And I pressed R2 instead of R1, so... I'm gonna keep the Glock in my hands. More nails. You know what? I'm gonna take him because that could get us crates. And trust me, guys, if I find pliers and I don't have room in my inventory, I will make some. that Glock that I have in my hands is very expandable. Another cookery there. So hopefully, maybe the other sheds will do something good for us. I'll just take time to reload here. They can run around all they want. And that's gonna be the last of my ammo for this gun, which is perfect. I'll let them one run around for a few seconds. Eventually I'll be able to just leave. Just put some stuff up the charts. Wow, that helps a great deal. Come on, pliers, people. That's all I'm looking for. Can I eat right now? No use in hoarding my food. Try and keep my inventory as low as I can. Empty that sporter mag. Oh yeah, I think there's this big gas zone, permanent gas zone, north that I'm gonna have to go around of. So that took another one down pretty easily. I'm a big fan of the VK-133. Another pair of brass knuckles. I ain't using that. Yeah, I'll have to go around the field right in front. Alright. It's fun to shoot ammo sometimes instead of just saving it all the time. So see right there? That's a permanent gas zone. Eventually I will get NBC equipment and try and come here. And one thing I'm gonna try to do on this server versus the Churnerous one is I'm gonna try to be a lot less of a homer. I want to be more on the road. I want to be more on the adventure and on the uncertainty. So I think I'm gonna go twofold. I'm gonna be stacking my base more with NBC clothing, different kinds of ammo, but I want to spend a lot of these ammo as well, because on the Churnerous server, on the PV Churnerous server, what we did is basically we stocked up so much that it ended up wiping, and like we had just too much ammo. Even if we wanted to spend it all, there would have been no way for us to spend it all. Alright, back on the main road. After going around that huge gas cloud. Now I'm trying to head to Tarno. which is still ways up north. Yeah, Livonia is so... There's so many of them open fields in Livonia. It's a lot less foresty. Although there is a lot of forests on this map, but so many open spaces, like so many prairies, sort of, you know. Farming hope. So for this time around, Luco is gonna be our last chance at getting pliers, because I'm not gonna go back south to try and get more. So if it doesn't work in Luco, that's it for now. Before even entering the town, I saw 2 sheds on the edge. That's for a burlap bag. And cable reel. Okay. So this is Luco. It's quite big for a city that's so remote up north. So I have a few buildings to choose from, I think. I think I'm gonna call it for now, because there are some real life things I need to take care of. But when I reconnect later on, I'm gonna try and find those pliers right here in Luco. So for those who attended right now, thanks for being part of this. I'll see you guys later. Ciao.